thing that is very exciting is whether or not you are excited, right? The thing is, we are excited for you for so many different reasons. We have a great presentation scheduled for you today and tomorrow. We have some amazing content, some amazing bonuses, a lot of really cool strategies that we really want to make sure you use this to build, launch, and scale your online business in 2025, 2026, and beyond. But before we begin, just out of curiosity, how many of you actually know who I am? If you do, type in the number 1 inside the comments. If you've never heard of me, have never seen me before, we're meeting for the very first time, type in the number 2 inside of the comments. Oh, awesome. I'm seeing a lot of number 1s, 111. Scalendo JC, I don't know you either. Typing in the number 2. JC is a joker, just so you know, a member of our team. So we do have a couple number 2s, which means that, of course, we are joining you and you're joining us for the very first time, at least in a short while, because we do have a lot of different events. So a huge welcome to Effie, a huge welcome to Q, and Max says, we love you. And this is a very loving community and we love you as well. So with all of that, not so important exactly who I am, but my name is Simon Leung, and I am going to be your MC, your host, to kick off this actual live event. Now, for tomorrow, I'm going to be back and spend a little bit more time with you, sharing with you some major steps in how you can improve your business, but that is tomorrow. Today, we have some amazing content for you that is going to be shared with you by my very, very awesome partner, also my co-host for this event. I'll introduce you to him in just a short while. But speaking of the brand new year, speaking of achieving your goals, it's crazy to think, isn't it, that 2025 is about to end. Can you believe that we're also approaching the very last month of the year? In fact, the new year is just around the corner. How many of you agree that time really does fly? If you do, type in yes inside of the comments. Now, here's the thing. The year is wrapping up, and I'm interested to know how many of you are excited about 2026. Whether it's to set your new goals or to make your brand new resolutions, type in me inside of the comments. Type in me inside of the comments, because for the new coming year, in terms of your goals, in terms of your resolutions, how many of you are going to set brand new financial goals? How many of you are going to start a brand new business or even a side hustle if you don't want to quit your job? If you just say, hey, I already got this really cool thing going on and I got this income coming in this way from my work, my career. I also have a business. But how great would it be to also start something else? How many of you are ready to launch something that will create a better life for you as well as for your family? Maybe, just maybe, it might even include spending just a little bit more time with them. If that's you, if this is all a part of your brand new year plans, type in 2026 inside of the comments. Type in 2026, 2026. Jenny says, excited about what is going to happen after we learn from both you and how we can move forward. Absolutely, Jenny. This is why we are here. So I'm seeing a lot of 2026 from Lucy. Great to see you joining us. Max, Nee, and Dennis, Roy, JC, Johan in the house. Great to see you, Misty. We got a lot of 2026. So we're all excited, right? We're all pumped up. We're all stoked at the future and what it can bring for us in 2026. Fantastic. But let me ask you this. How is this goal different from all your other ones? Seriously, how is this resolution for 2026? How is that going to be different than the ones that you made in the past? Seriously, how is it different this time around? Because like most people, I'm sure you made the exact same promise to yourself in 2025, in 2024, 2023, 2022, 2021, for as long as you remember, right? Am I correct? Is this also you? Because if you're just like me, we make brand new resolutions every single year. But with 1 month left in 2025, what did you do in the last 11 months that prepares you for such a transformation? Ask yourself that. Very serious question. What did you do in the last 11 months that would prepare you in just 1 month's time to make 2026 your best year yet? Write this down. Success loves speed. Success loves speed. If you've been waiting like a month to do things, if you like to wait 6 months to do things, or if it's in 2025 and the last 11 months, we have not really done anything except maybe study this or get ready for that or prepare for this. Here's the thing. Life will not reward you for action that you did not take. You see, I'm seeing a lot of great preparation, a lot of taking of the notes, right? I studied mindset. This is something that I want to execute so far as my understanding. I want to take action. I want to start doing something. I want to find the right course and coach since February of 2025. So at the same time, for many of us in this room, it's all waiting, aren't we? We're waiting until we can find the right program, the right coach, the right course. I've been studying all this time, but again, you will not be rewarded for action that you did not take. In fact, you will be penalized. We will all be penalized for our inaction. And nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, will ever happen until you actually do something. Do something, right? So in addition to writing that success loves speed, also write this down. At some point in time, you must stop taking notes and you must start taking action. So like me, right? Attending Vince, 10 days challenge, $1 million coaching business, building the necessary progress. And all the while, right? We're taking notes. We're learning. We're continuing to improve ourselves, but it's not going to materialize until you take those notes and turn them into action. Dennis says, this time I found a real Sifu, Simon Leong, to guide me for reaching my 2026 goals. And this is the amazing community that we have right here, right now, that is not just me, in fact, Dennis, or anyone else who's interested in learning from us. Is me, and in addition to that, our amazing panel of experts, one of whom you will be able to meet in just a short while, especially right here in the Scalendo LaunchPad 2-day program. I don't want you to just see this as only another event, because I see many of you, right? I went to additional classes. I've taken this program. I went to that course. You see, I don't know how many events that you've attended in the past, or even this year, or even in the past few months, right? I don't know what programs you signed up for. I don't know which coaches you've actually worked with, but you need to ask yourself, what was the one thing that's always stopped you from transforming these programs into action? What's the one obstacles that's been stopping you along the way to actually do something that will make that change for yourself? Because again, success loves speed, right? It's not going to reward you if it takes you a month to do something, 6 months to do something, if it takes you a year or longer before you take any kind of action. And what is it that you need right now that would make this time around different than the rest, that would make Scalendo LaunchPad, our events for the next 2 days, to make this event the event that will finally change your life for the new year in 2026 and beyond. In other words, please share with us, why are you here? Why are you here? You see, for me personally, everything that I do is for my family. I built this lifestyle so that we're able to not just provide for them, like support them financially, because that's just the bare basic minimum responsibility that we need to have as parents, right? As family, men and women. You see, it's not just to be able to support them so that they can live the life that they deserve. That is just the bare minimum that we need to do. But in addition to that, what about something so expensive that even all the money in the world cannot buy? I'm, of course, talking about time, right? The time to be able to spend with them, the time to be able to accompany them on their days off, whenever it is that they need to go out or want to go out or do something fun, take a holiday. It's the opportunity to be able to build a lifestyle, like for me personally, where I work from home, I run my side hustles and businesses and client work from home, my live events even from home, so that even if they need me, like the baby needs diaper changing, right? Or they need me to cook or to feed or whatever, right? Bathe the little one. I can do that at a snap of a finger because they are just a wall away, right? I walk out this door and that's where they are. So for me personally, that's my why. That's the reason why I do what I do, because I know that if I love this lifestyle that I have, more people out there would want to replicate this exact same type of lifestyle. And I pride myself in having built not just a lifestyle for myself, but a community, a company, a brand alongside with my business partners that allow us to share with anyone who wants to learn the exact same thing, how to replicate that process as well. So do you also want the exact same thing for you? If you do, type in same inside of the comments. Type in same inside of the comments, and I'm seeing dedication. Oh, Jenny says, you're amazing. The dedication. Thank you, Jenny. Me saying, the one thing that was stopping you, right, from taking action, from doing anything, from reaching your goals, making it this year as opposed to next year or the year beyond that, what's stopping you from taking action all these years, right? And he says laziness. How many of you are also lazy? Let us know inside of the comments. Here to change my life and others that I love at 50. Never too late, right? So here's the thing. It's never too late and it's never too early. I have success stories who are as young as 8 years old. I have success stories who are over 80 years old. As long as you share the same dedication, Jenny, as long as you share the same commitment, you find that why, and you stop, finding excuses for yourself, stop taking the notes and start taking the action, anybody can do that. Missy says, here to be the change I always wanted and promised myself on the 15th of February, 1999. So that's like 20 plus 25 plus years ago, right, Missy? So don't you think that it's about time that we start taking action with that? You see, for me, I have a very similar background. For those of you who don't know, I've been making money online since 1997. So just a couple of years before, Missy actually promised yourself to make that change and have that dedication. The thing is, I started that over 28 years ago. And the biggest difference between then and now, and anybody who around that time or even now want to do something, and those who've actually accomplished it, is basically anybody who decides that they want to start executing and implementing what they've learned, implementing what they've always wanted to do, promised themselves all the way back then. Because believe it or not, and whether you want to think about this or not, every New Year resolution that you make, right? Every brand new goal that you make, if you're Chinese or if you're Asian and you celebrate Lunar New Year, we're like, hang on what? And we want to make this year as the best year yet that we ever have, on our business, our financials, and everything else. And the thing is, I don't know if you realize this or not, but every single year when you make this promise, you're truly making this promise not to anyone else, but yourself, aren't you? You're making the promise to yourself that this year is the year that I will finally do something. But do you realize that every single month that goes by, every single year that goes by, where you continue to do nothing, you are literally breaking a promise to yourself. And there's nobody else to keep you accountable except for you. Nobody can make you do something except for you. So don't you think that it is that much more important that you actually keep these promises to yourself? Because if you cannot keep a promise to yourself, you cannot keep a promise to anyone else. Forget about making the promise to your loved ones, for your wife or your husband, your kid or your children, or anyone around you, because you can't even do the fundamentals and the very basic, which is keeping that promise to yourself. How can you possibly keep that promise to anyone else? So if there's nothing else, with 1 month left, with only 1 month left in 2025, I want you to make that commitment right here, right now, that the buck stops here. Stop breaking promises to yourself. Stop saying things that you don't mean. Stop pretending to be somebody whom you're not, because if you cannot do this as a commitment to your own self, then what audacity do we have to sit here and say, next year is going to be awesome. We'll be setting this New Year resolution for ourselves, and it's going to be the best year yet, when you have nothing to show for it all this time. The buck stops here. Write that down. The waiting stops now. The waiting stops here and forever, because we are finally going to take action. Write that down. Are you going to take action? If you are, type in action inside of the comments. And it's not just about you. It's not just about, hey, now go off and you're on your own and you do this all by your lonely, lonesome old self. You see, the beautiful thing about why we're able to do what we do, and the reason why I'm still able to build a life in the comfort of my own home, but still not feel alone, is the exact same reason why I truly believe that you are going to stop the buck right here as well. I see all of the actions coming in. Congratulations in advance, because I know as part of what we're doing here, is finally going to be different this time. You're not just going to make just yet another empty promise. It's not just going to be an empty resolution that's not going to be ever materialized. This is going to be different, and we are going to be different. Why? Ask me why, question mark, inside of the comments. Ask me why. Why are we different? I'm glad you asked that question. You see, unlike any other, like I said, I don't know, course that you've been a part of, program that you've joined, live events where you were able to participate in, we are different because as part of the Scalendo LaunchPad, we are a community. You see, this is something that I have personally been building for the better part of over 2.5 decades. The reason why we have success stories the way that we do is because after a 1-day course, after a 2-day event, after a 3-day program, a mastermind bootcamp, or anything else where our friends, our family, are able to have the opportunity to join us live in person or online, you see, most courses, most programs, most coaches, afterwards, they'll say, bye-bye, right? It's been nice knowing you. It's been a great opportunity. It's been a great pleasure to have you over the last couple of days. Now you're on your own. You see, as a community, we do this together. Write down together inside of your notes. Do you want us to do things together? Not just alongside with you, but sometimes even for you. That is the beauty of our community. We've been building communities for the better parts of over 2.5 years, where these are global members, as you can see, just like right here inside of this virtual room. And they've become company executives, international trainers, profit sharing partners when we were still doing live in-person events. And this was something that we were doing for the better parts of over 20 years, right? We did this, especially locally. It didn't matter if we were here in Penang. It didn't matter if we were in KL. It didn't matter if we were in Singapore or Thailand or Vietnam or in Australia or in New Zealand or UK or the US. We had local team members everywhere because this was what we did. We built local teams. We had live in-person, hands-on classes. We built them into top success mentors and involved in profit-sharing partners. In fact, we traveled the world together. But as we all know, within the last few years, this completely transformed, right? The world changed, didn't it? The way that we did things completely transformed. And while we are still a community in this day and age, the thing is now we're much more private as opposed to being outside at a local event where anybody can join. Now we're by invitation only, right? You're here by invitation only, and we can do this online. And instead of just saying, hey, you know what, I cannot help you right now because I'm not physically in Singapore, or I'm not in KL, or I'm not in Thailand, or Australia, or New Zealand, or Vietnam, or Indonesia, or anywhere else, now we say, absolutely, you can also make that commitment to take action and change your life and get inspired and become motivated to absolutely impact the life for yourself and your business partners, for anyone else, because you are here. And we are all 100% accessible online right here, right now. So globally, you're still able to become our company executives, international trainers, and profit sharing partners. In fact, we have them. We have them. Some of these team members are in the Philippines, in the US. We have them in Japan, in Australia, in New Zealand, you name it. This is the way that we are running our communities now. So how many of you are excited to be a part of our brand new community to transform your life in 2026 and beyond? If that's you, type in a big fat yes inside of the comments. Type in a big fat yes inside the comments. But as mentioned, for today, I am simply just the MC. You see, tomorrow, that's when I have a lot more opportunity to spend more time with you. Just out of curiosity, how many of you want to learn more from me? If you do, type in yes inside of the comments, because tomorrow, all right, I will be sharing with you in a 2-hour session extravaganza how not only we were able to build a thriving online community again and again and again, where not only did this contribute to our own personal success, but the opportunity to impact thousands of lives around the world, but how you can also take up that role, to have that position, to be in a place where you can impact thousands and thousands of lives with your own courses, your own programs, even your own masterminds, at the same time, also making them profitable. And here's the best part. Are you ready? The opportunity to automate the entire thing. How many of you like the idea of automation? If you do, type in automate just like Jenny inside of the comments. Lucy says, want to learn how you can make your reels. I'll share more with you. In fact, Lucy brought up a really good point. The automation part, a lot of it has to do with your promotions, right? Your videos, your reels. This is the fun part of internet marketing, and it's all a part of the automation. In fact, I want to share with you in just a short while exactly how you can do that as well. But in order for you to actually monetize from the reels that Lucy was talking about, don't you agree that at the end of the night, we need to have something that we need to promote, something that we need to market, something that we need to sell, right? Do you agree? If you agree, type in agree inside of the comments. So just a quick sneak peek into what I will be sharing with you tomorrow. How many of you want that sneak peek? If you do, type in the number 1 inside of the comments. You see, all the reels that Lucy was talking about, they all drive what we call traffic or visitors or anyone who might be interested, our prospects or leads, to my homepage. One of the homepages that I have, one of the products and services that we promote, this in this example, is simonleon.com. You see, when it comes to our website, right, what you'll notice is that each and every single one of them, including the one that you use to register for Scalendo LaunchPad, each and every single one of them has an opportunity for you to access some kind of a bonus, right? Or some kind of a freebie or some kind of an invitation. So in this case, right, you are invited to a 2-day free event called Scalendo LaunchPad. Now, how many of you like free? If you like free, type in free inside of the comments. You see, free is the most powerful word. Write this down. Free is the most powerful word in all of marketing and advertising. And if you like free, so does everyone else. And that is why right here on my homepage, even if they click on your invitation to the Insiders Club, limited time only, except now, right? Or they click right over here where it says access your free bonuses, it will all take them right down here to a form where somebody enters in their name and their email address, and that's it. The moment that they enter in their contact information, and we'll go more into the actual funnel and the process tomorrow, they will, number 1, get access to our free bonuses immediately, and then number 2, we also add them into our email database. Just out of curiosity, how many of you received an email that invited you to Scalendo LaunchPad? If you received that email, type in me inside the comments. This is email marketing in action. This is a funnel in action. This is us taking action so that you can also take action as well. And just the same, when somebody enters in their name and their email address, in addition to getting immediate access to our free offers, they also get a whole bunch of emails. And guess what? They're automated. They're going to learn about the Insiders Club. They will learn about Side Hustle Studio, which many of you attended. They also learn about AI SEO, which some of you also attended, as well as other programs also on autopilot. All I need to do one time and one time only. How many times? 1. Type in the number 1 inside the comments. All I need to do is set up the system one time and then leverage AI to do the rest. AI will promote the fun and easy ways for us to drive traffic back to simonleon.com. And if you want to see what Lucy was talking about, I want to invite you to take a look at my social media posts and channels. You'll see right over here. If we go to your regular, we got to go back here and change this back to me, for example. If you want to follow me, you'll see that we create a lot of different videos, right? This one, I share them in the form of stories. And as you watch them, I'll show you a couple of them because they're live right now on my feed and in my stories. You will see exactly why they're impactful. The first one, this one over here, It's actually a little bit sentimental. Sentimental to me because I posted this yesterday on the 28th of November, and it was my dad's birthday. And I lost my dad recently. And recently, this became, especially in the recent days, it became a lot more sensitive to me because right here, I mean, I'm blessed to have a really nice place with huge windows, and at night I can see stars in the sky. And my dad, when he was still here, he did tell me that at one point in time that he was like, when you look up in the sky and if I'm not here anymore and you see the brightest star, that is me watching over you. And so I remember that, and I kept that to heart. And so I created a video about this through AI. I was not actually at the mountaintop. I did not actually do all this really cool cinematic stuff, but it's videos like this that allow me to share my experience and also to inspire others at the same time, make it promotional all at the same time in marketing, but also have it be meaningful to anybody who is whom this can relate to. So this was
爸爸，生日快樂！
So this was in Cantonese, Chinese language that I speak with my dad, and this is another video that we have.
People wait hours in the cold for deals, yet ignore building assets that pay forever. Funny world, huh?
So as you can see, right, these are the kind of fun short clips that we create. Sometimes they are an AI clone of me, as you can see. Like obviously this looks exactly like me, right? But it's not me. It's an AI clone of me. And then we also create other ones where we call them faces marketing, faces videos, where it does not include your face. So it really is a personal preference how you want to do your marketing. Again, you can follow me on some of my social media pages. I'm on YouTube as well, so that you can see exactly what kind of videos that we have. And I'm curious to know how many of you would be interested to learn more about how you can create these kinds of videos, do things with AI, and promote your funnel in a nice and fun way. If you like fun, type in fun inside of the comments. Type in fun inside the comments. That is exactly that and a whole bunch more of what we will be sharing with you tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow we'll be sharing with you 3 simple insider secret steps to achieving your online success in 2026 and beyond. All right, number 1, we will be sharing with you how to build a community where you can create your very own loyal tribe that supports and spreads your message with the power of internet marketing. Next, we'll also be sharing with you how you can provide top value to your members through your own programs, your own e-courses, your own training creation. Package your expertise and your skill into something that you can scale. And speaking of scaling, we'll also share with you how you can automate your online sales to the point where you can turn strangers as well as cold prospects into customers automatically with a proven system. You see, once you master all of these and any of these, okay, you will have an audience, a system, as well as a product all working together that is going to grow your business. How many of you want that? If you want that, type in "want" inside of the comments, because if you would like to learn this exact same formula, once again, I will be back here tomorrow to share with you step by step exactly how you can do all of that. And oh yes, we will have something very, very special for you. So do we have your commitment to make 2025 absolutely awesome, to close off the year with a bang, and to make 2026 your best year yet? If we have your commitment, if you're gonna make it your best year yet, type in "best" inside of the comments, because this is us keeping you accountable, your accountability to come back here tomorrow, same time, same start time, 9 a.m. GMT plus 8. Convert that into your own time zone, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. But that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. How many of you are ready to start taking action today? If you are, typing today inside of the comments, because today we have yet another amazing expert for you. How many of you have heard of Mr. Ching Yu Tan? If you have, type in Ching Yu inside of the comments, because he is my personal business partner that I've had the pleasure and the honor of working alongside with him for the past 4 or 5 years. Crazy, right? About 5 years we've been working together, and he is known in the industry as the AI whisperer. Today, he's going to share with you his expertise, not just in AI, but also on social media, and even a certain element of automation that you can apply to your business today, and especially if you want to integrate that with the Scalendo platform. Mr. Ching Yu Tan, of course, you should listen to him because he is an international speaker. He's applied AI for business expert, transformational leadership expert, HRDC certified corporate trainer, consultant, and mentor. He's also my partner, co-founder, and CEO of multiple companies and projects that we are a part of as well. So just out of curiosity, how many of you are excited and ready to learn from Mr. Ching Yu Tan? If you are, type in a big fat yes inside of the comments. And without any further ado, please help me to welcome to the stage the one, the only, Mr. Ching Yu Tan.
All right. Thank you very much, Simon. What an amazing intro. And by the way, everybody, let's give a round of applause to Simon. Have you gotten a round of inspiration from Simon? Type in inspiration in the chat if you've gotten a lot of inspiration from Simon, right? And then, yeah, I see. Warm face, amazing entrepreneur. Thank you very much. And inspirations coming all into our chat as well. And for those of you who are joining us on our live stream, I say, hey, if this is your first time checking us out, welcome to our Scalendo community all across all the different channels that you're watching us right now. Hey, if you want to join us live while we are still live, the link should be in the comments, all right? But it's great to see all of our communities over here who are really inspirational, who are taking action, who want to finish the year strong. If you want to finish the year strong, type in strong in the chat if you want to finish the year strong. Because today, what I'll be sharing with you is how to finish the year strong by really committing to put your brand, to put your impact out there in the world. Okay, out there in the world. And my question to you is, how many of you at times you feel invisible in the digital world, right? Type in invisible in the chat if you have ever felt invisible in the digital world, right? Where it seems that, I'm not being seen, I'm not being heard. It's like, I want to go out there to find the right clients, the right prospects, but I just can't be found. I just can't be seen, right? I see all of the invisibles coming into the chat. Well, how many of you want to be visible right now? Type in visible in the chat if you want to be visible. And this is what we love about our community here in Scalendo, World Masterclass, and across all of the different communities that we are building. We want to provide a platform for you to be seen, for you to finally be visible. Because I believe within every single one of us, we have a message to share. We have a gift. We have something to give to the world. And as we know, as the saying goes, is that the richest place on earth is the graveyard. Right? How many of you have heard that before? Type in 1 in the chat if you have ever heard of that before. The wealthiest, richest place in the world is the graveyard, because the graveyard is where all of our dreams, all of our hopes, all of our gifts die. Okay, so let us not allow ourselves to do that, bring our gifts into the grave and further bring wealth into the grave. Okay, let's bring our wealth into the present. Let's bring it right now. Type it now in the chat if you're committed to bringing it in right now. Okay, good to see the nows coming into the chat. So now, for those of you who are joining us live right now, now is your opportunity. Okay, share with us within the chat. What is it that you do? Who is it that you help? Or what problem is it that you solve? So that you can showcase to our community to say, hey, I'm Jenny Lai. This is what I do. I help people with their skincare to age effortlessly, right? And stay young throughout. Okay, whatever it is, share with us within the chat. This is your opportunity to be visible, and you're committed. You all said you all are willing to take action, that you all want to be visible. Now is your opportunity. Okay, this is a safe space. This is your opportunity to showcase yourself to our community, and we will support you as well. Okay, I see Jenny, right, typing directly into the chat. She says, I help women aged 45 to 70 to look 15 to 20 years younger by using moringa oil, right? And how many of you who are women, all right, around that age range, who would love that? Type in love in the chat if you would love to age that way, okay? Right? I see the loves coming into the chat. Hey, so congratulations, Jenny. Right now, you're already starting to get visible. You're starting to get known, and all of these people, may be interested, maybe your audience. Okay, so this is the power of being seen. So let's see what's next. Okay, Max Amin, who says, I help every human that's struggling with his life and business. Very interesting. Very interesting. And here's a tip. Here's a tip. Whenever you're sharing what is it that you do, the more specific that you can be, the more powerful it will be. Okay, the more specific you can be with your languaging by sharing, okay, exactly who is it that I am so like struggling with life and business? Is it with regards to mental health? Is it with regards to finances? Is it with regards to relationships? The more specific, the better. Okay, so or for example, if you're talking about business, struggling in business, oh, what about business? Is it in sales? Operating talent. So the more specific you are, the more powerful it can be. Okay, so I want you to write this down. Be specific. Be specific. Okay. Thanks for helping you all to be more specific with your languaging with the help of AI as well. Okay, and how many of you are excited with using AI? Type in AI in the chat if you're excited in using AI, right? Because every time we conduct these sessions, there's always something new, something fresh, something with a new angle. Because when we have you joining us live, when you're participating together with us, this is where we can bounce out our ideas, and we can do real life examples for you, your brand, and also for your business as well. Okay, good to see all the AIs coming in the chat. And then let's see who else. Okay, all right, and then be specific. Okay, right. So this is an example that I like to share with all of you right now. Okay, you're like excited. You type AI in the chat. Okay, right. Take this opportunity to showcase yourself. So far, we have three people who actually shared within the chat out of close to 60, almost 60 of us who are joining us live right now. Okay, so my question to you is like, why can't you describe what is it that you do? Okay, why is it that you can't share at the moment? What is stopping you? Okay, what is stopping you? That is a blocker that we want to erase together with AI. And thank you for your honesty, right? For example, Missy is sharing with us, hey, I'm a newbie. Hey, totally fine. Okay, that's why we are here together to learn and grow. And regardless, whatever stage you're at, we are here to help you. So thank you for sharing, Missy. Appreciate your honesty and sharing with us. Hey, I don't know what to do. Okay, and the truth is, every single one of us, regardless of whatever stage of life, whatever stage of business we are in, okay, we may not know what to do. Okay, at every single stage, as we are reaching and climbing the summit together, there's always a higher peak. There's always a new path forward, because we are all innovators. And one of the best philosophies that has really stuck with me throughout my years in the personal development industry is this philosophy right here. I want you to just write it down for yourself, okay? And the philosophy basically says that if you are not growing, you are automatically dying. Okay? If you're not growing, you're automatically dying. And why is that the case? If you observe nature, if you look into the greenery and all around you, right? If a plant is not growing, it is automatically dying, right? And my question to you is, are you part of nature? Are we part of nature? So therefore, is growth important for us? Okay, something for all of us to ponder on. Okay, is growth important for us? If you feel that growth is important, type in growth in the chat if you feel that growth is important. So whenever you feel stuck in your life, in your business, in your relationships, or whatever area of life, you have that stuck energy, right? And then sometimes that stuck energy can come in the form of anxiety. It can come in the form of like depression or whatsoever, right? Now, I'm not saying that this is the be all and all of everything. This will solve every single problem in your life. But in general, okay, those are signals to you that you need to move, you need to grow, you need to take action rather than being stagnant. And with all that stagnant energy that is stuck within you, is trying to express itself in different ways, but you are not allowing it to flow through you. Okay, so are you going to allow the energy of creation, of action taking to flow through you? Type in flow in the chat if you will allow yourself to flow through and take action. Okay, good to see the flows coming into the chat. Okay, because as much as we can share with you all of the different techniques, all of the different strategies, all of the different technology that is accessible to us right now, if your energy is stuck, if you're not allowing it to flow through you, to take action, to just copy and paste a prompt, to click a button, then you will stay stuck. Okay, you will stay stuck until life forces you to take action. Okay, so don't let yourself get to that point. Okay, so good to see all the flows and take action coming into the chat. Okay, and then I also do see more sharing coming in. Great to see all of the shares coming in. Trina sharing with us, I help mid-career executives monetize their expertise into a purpose-driven portfolio career in 12 weeks with the Portfolio Executive Accelerator. Wow, I love that, Trina, because with what Trina has just shared, not only does she describe her target audience, but she also describes the transformation that they will experience. So, for example, turning their existing expertise into a purpose-driven portfolio career. And with this is what I love about this, okay? With a specific model or framework that she has. She has a process, she has a system that transforms mid-career executives to monetization with their expertise. So great stuff, Trina, right? And then let's see. Okay, Jenny also sharing with us, want to learn how to make money from ad revenue, affiliate marketing, product, and influencer. Yes, if that's what you want to achieve and learn, okay, being seen is important. Now, of course, you have a choice, right? Whether you want to have your face to be seen, whether you want to have your name to be seen, that's perfectly fine, okay? Because Simon shares with us the faceless marketing insider secrets, right? Sometimes, some of you prefer your privacy. That's totally fine, right? It doesn't mean that you cannot put a brand out there to brand yourself and to carry your gift and your message moving forward. Okay, so branding is very, very important. And I see Janet sharing with us, right? She helps working parents and children to enjoy their journey together. Wow, that is beautiful, right? Helping working parents and children to enjoy their journey together because, parents can be busy. Okay, and here is a tip, right? Janet, with what I just mentioned over there, if you can tap into the emotions that people are feeling or the situation that people are in, like not only are you describing help working parents, but you are saying help busy working parents and children to enjoy their journey together, to have fun, to build memories together, experience together that will last a lifetime. Okay, that will be much more powerful, right? And great to see the thumbs up coming in as well, right? But a great sharing so far. And then next, we have Yes, who shares, I help 50 to 65-year-old coaches, consultants, and online entrepreneurs to achieve a clear, confident understanding of how to use AI to streamline their business and save more time in 12 weeks with the AI Solopreneur Masterclass. Wow, that is powerful. That is clear and that is precise. I love that, Fias, right? Very specific with the target market. You've even got an age range, right? And the outcome, the ultimate outcome, right, is to achieve a clear, confident understanding of how to use AI to streamline their business and save more time with a specific process, right, which is the 12 weeks with the AI Solopreneur Masterclass. Excellent. Okay, so great to see all of the sharing coming in the chat, and I see one more over here as well from Janice saying, I partner with businesses to turn their existing customers into healthier, more loyal fans by adding a premium medical benefit at zero cost to them. Okay, excellent. Okay, so keep all of this sharing coming in within the chat, and then good to see all of the commitments that you all are putting into the chat, including Dennis, who just shared, hey, he is 72 now, made a commitment not to retire until I have established a source of internet passive income. That is a great outlook, right? And the more specific you are with your goals, the more likely you're able to achieve them. Okay, so when you're saying passive income, okay, great. What is that figure amount? Of course, you can keep that to yourself. That's fine. Okay, figure out what is that figure amount. Okay, so my question to you is, just from this brief sharing with one another, right? Have you gotten some useful insights on how to brand position yourself, put yourself out into the world? Type in useful in the chat if you have found it useful. And of course, with that's also kudos to those of you who have shared. If you're currently new, if you're currently learning, not to worry. I'll be sharing with you how to brand and position yourself with the help of AI. Okay, so great to see all of the usefuls coming into the chat. So one of the most powerful ways, right, to see how is our brand, how is our presence being shown to the world, right, being seen in the world, is of course, right, a platform called this. What is this platform called? Whenever you are looking up for someone new, you're checking out their background and to say, hey, is this person the real deal or not? What's a platform that typically people search in? Okay, type it within the chat. And I think I'm already giving you a big hint on screen right now. Because my question to you is, when people look up your name, look up your presence, can you be found or not? Okay, can you be found or not? Okay, Ni Tong sharing with us, personal branding is important. Okay, personal branding is important. So, for example, if people are checking me out, right, wanting to see, okay, who is this Ching Yu Tan guy, right? Is he the real deal, right? Then let's say search for Ching Yu Tan. Okay, notice what are the top pages, right, or links that is suggested. Okay, yes, Johan sharing with us, Google first. People will Google you. Are you Googleable or not? And just list within the chat, right? What are some of the links that you see over there? Just type it in, right? I want to see, right? Or go to your own Google, search for my name. What are the links that comes out? What platforms come out right at the top 3, top 5? Just share with us within the chat. Okay, just search for Ching Yu Tan. Okay, and then see what comes up in the chat. I would love to know, because on my side, I see LinkedIn, Instagram, right? Top 2 are social media platforms, then followed by my website. Okay, and then after that, you've got all of these different social media pages of mine as well, and videos also as we continue on. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay, nowadays people are using AI to search for you, to look you up. Okay, how many of you are using be it ChatGPT, Copilot, or Gemini more than using Google right now? Type in more in the chat if that is your search behavior. Whenever you want a question answered, you're looking something up, right? You're even looking for suggestions. Some people, right, use AI to advise on, oh, where do I eat? What dinner do I have? And then helps us, for those of us who are couples, to solve the dreaded question of what do we eat. Okay, so good to see all of the mores into the chat. So the behavior of how people find information is already shifting in the marketplace. Okay, it's already shifting in the marketplace. If you feel the shift, type in shift in the chat. Okay, the how people are searching for information is shifting. Okay, and so not only do you need to be seen by the search engines. Okay, I shared with you all of the different social media platforms that comes up, and then including my website. Okay, but what if people search for you via AI? So over here in Google, you will see there is an AI mode right at the front tab. What if I click on AI mode? What comes up from that? Okay, and then over here, it says Ching Yu Tan is a prominent AI consultant, educator, and international speaker based in Greater Kuala Lumpur, known for helping business leaders integrate artificial intelligence for growth. Key details about Ching Yu includes my role, my expertise, right? That says specialized in AI implementation, marketing, advanced prompt engineering, and offering training as a HRDC accredited trainer. Right? Mission focuses on empowering leaders and teams to turn human intention into secure AI-powered growth. Online presence actively shares insights and professional updates on platforms like LinkedIn and Instagram. More information about services can be found on the official website, chingyutan.com. Okay, so over here, right, one of the tips to see what are the important platforms is on the right over here. Right? Where is it pulling out information? There are 6 sites that is pulled out information from. As you can see, LinkedIn, my website, Instagram, right? And other posts on my platforms over here. Okay. So people search patterns are shifting, right? And where AI is sourcing all of this information is from your social media and from your website. Okay, and that's why, with our Scalendo community, we share with you both how to master both channels, social media and website, right? How many of you love mastering both? Type in both in the chat if you love mastering both, because over here, right, let's see, when you master both, this is how you increase your chances of being able to train AI to know exactly who you are. So when people look you up, they be like, okay, this is the real deal. So let's say Okay, I see Johan, right, who just shared with us, hey, interesting search results on myself. First time I've looked myself up, right? And by the way, Johan is one of our leaders within our community. Very, very inspiring individual, right, who helps elevate the next generation to help bring up their motivation, right, in life, right? Because nowadays, especially children growing up in this social media environment and hyperactive environment, people like Johan helps shed the light into their world, right? And to show them a better path moving forward. And then as you can see, when you search for Johan, right at the top, you've got Johan Carr, keynote speaker at international events and conferences, including Rotary clubs, church groups, corporate meetings, schools, colleges, and youth foundations. And then you've got all of these inspiring photos over here. Okay, and then as you can see, right, he's the man with the bionic hand. All right, very inspirational. And as you can see, okay, you've got all of these different social media platforms and also on PR as well, right? In the news, amputee vows to hold his daughter's hand. How many of you find that inspiring? Type in inspiring in the chat if you find Johan inspiring, right? And then you see he's also done GoFundMe's, so on and so forth, right? Then let's check out AI mode. How does Johan look like when it comes to the AI space, right? He says Johan is a quadruple amputee motivational speaker and meningococcal disease survivor from Queensland, Australia, right? He lost his hands and legs in 2014 due to severe meningococcal infection and has since become a powerful advocate for disease awareness and resilience. Then it even pulls his stories, pulls his images, right? Public speaking and advocacy, and also, right, his Facebook as well, right? And then as you can see over here, what's powerful about Johan is because he's been in the news as well. And then it's pulling out all of this information from the news sites also, right? So how many of you find it powerful? Type in powerful in the chat if you find this powerful. So when you have both social media and your website, and even more beyond that, if you have other websites talking about you, sharing about your story, that can be so much more powerful to build up your credibility and to be seen in the world. Okay, so I'm just going to share with you, okay, when it comes to building and upgrading your profile, how many of you want to upgrade your profile? Type in upgrade in the chat if you want to upgrade your profile right now. Okay, because when it comes to upgrading your profile, there are a couple of things that you need to take note of. Okay, so for example, going back to if you search for Ching Yu Tan, okay, this is where you will be able to see all of the relevant information being pulled up, right? So for example, Ching Yu Tan, guiding leaders to innovate and thrive with AI. And then let's say, right, if I search someone else, right, let's say Trina Teo. Okay, let's see if we can find Trina Teo. Okay, my question to you, Trina, is this you, Trina? Right? Type in yes in the chat if this is you, Trina. Right? I also want to be able to showcase you and to highlight you to the world. Okay, so over here, Trina, right? Yes, second picture with golden background. Excellent. Okay, and then is the top one your LinkedIn? Yes or no? Okay, not the top LinkedIn. Okay, so you've got a bit of competition over here with another Trina Teo, but at least you are coming up over here. Okay, okay, LinkedIn is Teo Trina. Okay, so over here we can see, right, how you brand yourself is very important and present to the world. So for example, if you don't want to be competing with Trina Teo, right, maybe you want to be being Teo Trina forward, right, which will elevate up your Facebook page. But I see Trina Teo is still competing with you over there. Okay, so let's say Trina, Okay, with what you are looking to improve upon and position yourself into the world. Let's see what you have over here, right? Share with us, right? Remind us once again, what is it that you do? Who is it that you're helping with? Okay, so that I can further advise you on how to upgrade your social media page. Okay, not active on Facebook. Okay, right? But share with us, right? What is it that you do and what is it that you help people with once again, so that I can advise accordingly, right? Okay, mid-career executive monetize their expertise into purpose-driven portfolio career. Okay, so for example, if that's what you want to rank in, to be found in, okay, not updated your Facebook or Instagram, perfectly fine. Okay, right now we are sharing with you examples of what you can do. Okay, so over here, by the way, thanks once again for sharing with us, Trina. Okay, so here are the key things that you need to focus on when upgrading your profile. For LinkedIn, okay, for LinkedIn, I'll use it as a template for you to then replicate across all of your different social media channels. So, for example, on LinkedIn, okay, what are some of the first things that you notice? Type it within the chat. What are the first few things that you notice within a LinkedIn profile? Okay, and Trina is sharing with us banner and profile picture. Yes, banner and profile picture. That is very, very important. That is your first impression to the world. So the first thing you need to do is to update your banner and profile photo. Okay, the tips when it comes to a profile photo is to see how is it that you can stand out. Okay, how is it that you can stand out? People can see your face clearly, right? And then to have a colorful background, preferably. Okay, unless you are in the marketing space, then then maybe within that space there's a lot of people with colorful backgrounds. You want to see what are contrasting colors for you to stand out from them. Okay, so number one, make sure that you have your profile photo. Okay, update your profile photo. People can see you clearly, and then there's a colorful background, right? In most cases, that would be best. Then, when it comes to your cover photo, you want to be able to provide to people, right? The social proof, showcase to people social proof that you're the real deal, that people actually listen to you, or to showcase the transformation that you bring into people's lives. Before and after is very, very important. Okay, before and after. Like for example, right, mid-career executives who were struggling to create a side income after going through Trina's 12 weeks portfolio executive accelerator, then you've got this testimonial of how they managed to monetize their expertise in just 12 weeks or less. Okay, so that could be Trina's banner over there. Okay, so having your profile photo and your banner is very, very important. But not only that, right? Because we want to be seen, we want to be found online by AI, other than having the images, which the AI will pull from, is this over here. Okay, your headline. In LinkedIn, this is called your headline. You want to update your headline to be reflective of what is it that you do. So for example, with Trina's, let's just bring that up. So with Trina's profile, okay, and by the way, hey, this is a wonderful profile photo, right? All right, type in wonderful in the chat if you think that this is a wonderful profile photo. Okay, a bit AI, but it really stands out. You've got that border, golden border over there that really positions yourself as a high end, as a luxury also, right? And then see, she has an excellent cover photo here. Monetize your experience into a purpose-driven portfolio career in 12 weeks with Ascend portfolio executive accelerator, right? If he is also sharing so beautiful, but looks a little AI. Well done, right? Yeah. So something to consider as well. Is your target market receptive to AI generated photos or not? Just something to think about, right? But otherwise, I think it's wonderful, and I think it stands out pretty well. Okay. And then over here, Trina shares, I help mid-career executives monetize their expertise into a purpose-driven portfolio career in 12 weeks with the Portfolio Executive Accelerator. Okay, excellent. Okay, so we can model what Trina is doing as well. Very clear with who she helps. Okay, and then with her specific framework. So whenever people are looking, right, for maybe monetization or expertise, maybe you need to start thinking about, okay, what are the keywords that people are searching for, right? Are they searching for maybe career coach, maybe side income or whatsoever? This will increase your chances of catching people's attention, and not only catching people's attention, but being seen and being found online, because people are actually searching for it. Because when it comes to mid-career executive monetize their expertise, this may not be what people are directly searching. Okay, what you want to be able to do is to find ways where people are able to you want to use words that people are actually searching for. So here's an example of how you use AI to help you with that. So you can use ChatGPT or whatever platform of your choice, right? Gemini is very powerful right now. You've got Claude, so on and so forth. And even if you have a free account across all of these different AIs and large language models, you can do this as well, okay? Right? Then you say, okay, help Trina Teo improve her LinkedIn headline that is searchable, right? That is searchable for her intended target audience. This is her current headline. Okay, here are several search optimized authority building LinkedIn headline options for Trina Teo. Okay, keyword optimization headline options. Career strategies for mid-career executives. Okay, helping leaders monetize their expertise and build purpose-driven portfolio careers. Right. So right now, this is where you have the powerful direct call out. Say career strategies for mid-career executives. That's clear, right? Helping leaders monetize their expertise and build purpose-driven portfolio career. That's great. Okay. Over here, authority forward, it says executive portfolio career coach. I help mid-career leaders turn expertise into high-value portfolio careers in 12 weeks. And then the portfolio executive accelerator. Okay, then over here, results focus, helping mid-career executive monetize their expertise and build a portfolio career in 12 weeks. Okay, option 4, SEO and industry positioning, portfolio career strategies for mid-career professionals, right? Expertise, monetization, career reinvention. Simplified, strong search terms, executive career coach, right? And then as I mentioned over here, okay, people are searching, the search term that people are searching for are potentially career coach, right? And then that's why that was one of the keywords that came at the top of my mind. When people are struggling especially in the mid-executive level, they are looking either for career coaches or they are looking for side income. So that's why, even AI, probably read my mind. Okay, but the truth is AI, has that data to back up my intuition and from my expertise as well, right? So that's why you have it over here. Okay, and my question to you is, just based on the brief sharing from here, has this gave improvement, right? Type in improve in the chat if you feel that, just by picking any one of these options, whichever you feel resonates with you, Trina, right? You will feel that this has improved. Okay, Trina is sharing with us improved. How about the rest of you? Share with us in the chat if you think that this has helped and improved Trina's headline. Okay, because your headline is very, very important. Essentially, whatever text that you input into your social media accounts is very, very important, because that's what will be seen and that's what will be found online. Because right now, let's say if we were to search Trina Teo career coach, for example. Okay. Now this is where we start seeing the opportunity for Trina to be found. I see you've got trinateo.link together with a very familiar profile photo as well. Okay, Trina Teo, HRpreneur Career Transition Coach. Okay, so you are starting to rank around all of these different areas. So start being consistent in your messaging across all of your different social media platforms. Because if people were to search for me, one of the key things is consistency, right? I mentioned about AI helping leaders, HRDC accredited trainer, right? My LinkedIn as well, the AI education guiding leaders to innovate and thrive with AI. My website, all of it is aligned, okay, and pumping into the search engines to say this is what to do, this is what to do. Okay, so the next step after you have improved your headline, and for those of you who don't have a headline at all you need to do is say, hey, help me write a LinkedIn headline for me. I am targeting this target market, and then this is what I help to do with my specific process, product, or service. Then it will help you generate. Then after you have all of this, you say, help me create a short social media description for Trina to use across different social media platforms like Instagram and Facebook. Okay, then you will have all of these different social media descriptions that you can copy and paste. Or if you want, right, you can just use any one of these and just use the same thing over and over again across all of your different platforms. Okay, and thanks, Johan, sharing with us. Effective headline, prompt master, AI whisperer, right? Appreciate that. Okay, so this is how you can significantly improve your online presence, right? In just under five minutes. Just a couple of prompts to start putting out to the world. Okay, I'm just going to write this down so that you remember it. To say you want to write the key things to include. You want to have your target market. Other than your target market, you also want to include your what's the problem you help solve, and then what is your solution. If you have a branded system, that is great as well, because people love systems and people love models. So just flow with all of this information and you can already get a very, very powerful headline to be seen, to be found, and to be heard online, because you have a gift to share. Okay, no longer should you have an excuse to be visible. Okay. So how many of you agree that this will help you be visible? Type in help in the chat if you think that this will help you be visible to your potential audience right now. Okay, just take the time, invest just 5 minutes, update all of your different social media profiles. okay, with the right headline, with the right descriptions. So no matter where people go, they get a consistent message. It's like, okay, you know, Trina Teo, the career coach when it comes to mid-career executives, she helps people monetize their expertise, right? Consistent messaging. Okay, so it's great, Trina. You already have a very, very powerful LinkedIn profile over here, right? In terms of branding, positioning, and messaging, you know, which messaging we've already suggested some improvements. But now, how is it that you can translate this across your other social media presence, right? Just copy and paste. Okay, so good to see all the helps coming into the chat. Okay, so next, the next thing that you would like to share and be seen in the world. As you can tell, right, when people look you up, then other than that, your videos also come up as well. Okay, your videos, your content is being quoted by AI, as you can see, even with images, right? So we've got the videos over here, we've got images at the bottom, right over here. One of my examples being featured on BFM 89.9, Malaysia's #1 business station. Okay, are your images. Okay, you've got all of your images. Are you being seen? And then you've got the videos as well. Okay, all the videos that's being searched by Google, and then short videos. Okay, short videos. So, for example, over here, managed over $1 billion in ad spend, right? I was featuring Dennis Yu to our mastermind community. Okay, so all of this, all of your content is important across your different social media platforms. Okay, so type in content if you think content is important and if you would like to learn how to improve your content. Okay, type in content in the chat if you're interested in learning more. Because this is exactly what we will dive in when it comes to building up your content. Now that you have a profile, okay, you've already showcased to the world what is it that you do. People, you have your attention grabbing profile photo, you've got your cover photo that describes what is it that you do or provide social proof that you are the real deal. Okay, now you want to focus on content. Okay, when it comes to content, essentially, if you only post one thing on social media, right, or one type of content, this is what you want to post. I want you to write this down. Proof. Okay, you want to post proof, undeniable proof that you are the real deal in the industry. Regardless of whatever is it that you do. You help people with AI, you help people with real estate, you help people with their skincare for their ability to look young. Showcase to people undeniable proof that you are the real deal. So, for example, when it comes to my social media content, I want to showcase and position myself as a professional speaker, trainer, AI consultant that is also well connected within the industry. Okay, so what you will see is that when I'm sharing my posts, okay, not only am I sharing about AI topics, right? I shared about $1 trillion valuation of OpenAI, but also this over here. Okay, I'm leveraging off other people's credibility. In this case, this is Dennis Yu, where, as you can see, it says over here, over $1 billion in ad spend, one relentless innovator. It's always a privilege to host Dennis Yu in our community, this time at Vince Tan's Titanium Mastermind Group. I've known Dennis since the early COVID and Clubhouse days, and one thing's remained constant, his unwavering commitment to helping us get found online. From his iconic $1 strategy to 1-minute video frameworks, Dennis continues to pioneer practical tools that drive real results. Today, he's pushing the boundaries again, this time with agentic AI to unlock Google Knowledge panels for personal brands and business. No wonder he's a cornerstone of our industry. Thank you, Dennis, for generously sharing your insights and innovation with us. And then a photo of the session, and of course, to position myself, okay, with someone who has invested, who has managed over $1 billion in ad spend, and also an opportunity to showcase and shout out to the world what is it that I do, okay, and to share with people that I am the real deal, okay, right? And how many of you wants to be the real deal? Type in real in the chat if you want to be real. Because in our world today, okay, with the proliferation of social media, there are so many fake people out there in the world, okay, and it's no wonder why the market is very, very skeptical, okay, very skeptical. So this is your opportunity whenever you are posting your social media posts. Be intentional, okay, find ways to position yourself as an authority, show your realness, show the real relationships that you have with fellow experts and human beings, essentially, okay, within the industry. You want to showcase your realness. People wants to see, okay, you are the real deal. So over here, okay, you see how I position and connect with like Dennis Yu, right? To showcase real person, real events, real interaction over here. Okay. Now your next question is, okay, you've got all of this real proof and all of that, but what about other content? Right? People say, oh, you've got educational content, then you've got your promotional content. There's just so many different types of content to post. How many of you find that confusing? Type in confusing in the chat if you've ever felt confused on, what should I post on my page, and then if eventually all of that confusion and that overwhelm becomes a blocker. Right, and thanks for sharing with us within the chat, right? Confusing. And honestly, for me myself, right, especially at the beginning of my journey of building my online presence and being in the industry, it's very confusing. I've got so many interests. Okay, I'm one of those people who loves to learn different things, explore different things, because I'm always genuinely curious. So it can be very confusing for me to in terms of what type of content to share. Okay, so here is how you can gain clarity amidst all of that confusion. So going back to our AI friend over here, let's say, okay, so let's say, okay, we use back Trina's example once again, okay? And this is the power of continuing conversations once you have fed in relevant information into the chat already. Okay, you say, okay, based on what I've shared about Trina, share with me. This is the keyword over here. I want you to write this down. Okay, the keyword that you want to include is content pillar. Okay, you want to start building up your content pillars. You want to start building up your content pillars in social media. Okay, you want to start building up your content pillars. So what is a content pillar? Basically, a content pillar will be the foundations for your brand. So imagine over here. Okay, so imagine if over here, let's see, why is this not popping up? Okay, so imagine over here, this is your brand. Okay, you have your brand. This is the roof of your house. And to support your brand, you need to have multiple content pillars. Content type number 1, content type number 2, content type number 3. Okay, these are your content pillars that will hold up and support your brand as you are pumping it out into the world, so that people don't get confused. And because if people are confused, more likely than not, AI is confused as well, and then they are searching all over, trying to figure out, okay, who is Christy, who is Susan, right? Who is Albert. So having these content pillars help weave a cohesive story about you, so that it doesn't confuse the market. It also doesn't confuse your branding. So over here, based on what I've shared about Trina, share with me the core content pillars for her brand. And then over here, we say, here are strategic audience aligned content pillars for Trina Teo's brand based on her positioning as a portfolio career strategist who helps make career executives monetize. Okay, so over here, portfolio career education and mindset shifts. Focus demystifying portfolio careers and shifting outdated beliefs about career success. Content examples. What exactly is a portfolio career? Myths, career leaders believe about career transition, why traditional career paths are no longer secure, and many, many more. Okay. And then over here, expertise, monetization strategies. Practical, actionable steps executives can take to turn their skills into income. Content examples. How to identify your most valuable expertise. 5 ways to monetize your corporate experience, and many, many more. Over here, number 3, career reinvention and purpose-driven work. Helping executives find meaning, align with purpose, and reimagine their next chapter. Okay, and then portfolio executive accelerator signature program. Okay, this is where you can have call to actions, client success stories, and testimonials. Remember what we mentioned. We want proof. Case studies before and after portfolio careers, right? And then over here, leadership growth, high performance habits, your personal story, values, and behind the scenes. Okay, to humanize your brand and build deeper emotional connection. Okay, how many of you find that these are strong content pillars? Type in strong in the chat if you find that these are strong content pillars. Okay, strong, right? Great to see all of the strongs coming into the chat. And I want you to start really seeing how important it is to have the strong foundations to keep your brand up in the world. Okay, be it physically or digitally online. So when you have strong content pillars, it will hold you up. It will be able to showcase your brand to the world, to show that you are the real deal. You showcase your personal story, you showcase your client success stories, and also provide them real value and insights that will help transform their lives. Okay. Because recently I spoke on this same stage with Melvin So, who is one of the top internet marketers in the industry, and he was saying, right, nowadays when it comes to branding and positioning online, if you brand yourself correctly, people will start recognizing you and say, hey, you're that person that I saw online. You were sharing the story about AI. Hey, I would love to connect with you. I would love to invest in one of your products or services. Okay, then great marketing, great branding essentially comes to the point where all you're doing is just qualifying to see whether people are the right fit for your offer, and you're just collecting money, right? How many of you love to collect money? Type in collect in the chat if you love collecting money. Okay? Because that is the power of building a powerful brand and being able to market yourself effectively. You're just collecting money. It's like, hey, you're that person I saw online. Okay, I see that the transformation that you've created. Okay, so and also to share with you, okay, when it comes to building up your proof, the types of proof that we have showcased with you. So for example, on your website, it's the same thing. You want to prove to people that you are the real deal. So if you actually go to my website, you will see, okay, I have a real clear outcome sharing with people. I turn intention into creation at the speed of AI with automation, AI, and clarity of intention. I share a bit of story about how I got into AI, the topic of AI specifically, and how I started training people when it comes to AI in the early years when ChatGPT just hit the scene, right? Talking about the different industries over here. Okay, so over here, I shared the story about on November 30th, 2022, the world changed. When ChatGPT was released, I spoke to a machine and it spoke back. In minutes, tasks that took hours collapsed into seconds. That day, I realized something radical. AI doesn't replace humans, it replaces hesitation. I built the AI intention matrix to teach leaders and teams how to turn their ideas into execution at the speed of AI. Since then, my clients have used my system to think clearer, decide faster, and create smarter. Then, just from this storytelling, I'm always showcasing the clients that I have worked with, including the likes of Microsoft, Schneider Electric, which is a billion-euro company, and CelcomDigi, one of the top telcos in Malaysia, Sarawak Energy, which is the energy provider in East Malaysia, and even Malaysia's top health, one of Malaysia's top health retailers, Watsons as well. Okay, and then as you can see over here, I continue sharing my story. AI isn't a tool, it's a mirror, right? Who I work with, so that people have a clear idea of the target market. Okay, entrepreneurs, corporate leaders, and HR directors, professionals, freelancers. Okay, more pictures showcasing that not only do I do offline, I do online training as well. And why work with me? All of the different credibility behind it, right? Even talking about BFM is 9.9, accreditation, so on and so forth, right? And the most important thing is when you are coming up with copy on your websites or you're sharing content is this word over here. Okay, within your customer's mind, your prospect's mind, or your audience's mind, they are asking this. I want you to write this down. Whenever you're posting content, whenever you're sharing something into the world, you want to ask yourself, so what? Okay, why does this matter? Why should I share this content? What is the purpose of the content? Okay, and this is why I highlight the word over here. People, you want to start being intentional with your posting. Don't just blindly post any content out there. Okay, rely with the help of AI to guide you and help support your brand with powerful content pillars. Okay, powerful content pillars. Okay, so that you're able to address the so what question, what's the purpose, and you be highly intentional when you're putting out in the world. Because your key intention as a brand is to be seen, to be heard, and to be found in the world, right? And the way to be seen, heard, and found is essentially to create contents that matter to your audience. Otherwise, you're just one of those persons, right, with a very confusing looking profile, and then be like, okay, you know, who are you? Essentially, who are you? Okay, help the world figure out who you are by intentional with your postings, right? And then over here, you see that's where you can showcase your programs, services, whatever you have to offer. Okay, and then also testimonials. Once again, okay, if there's one thing that you take out from this session when it comes to building up your brand, putting things out into the world, is to have testimonials. Okay, collect testimonials, collect reviews, collect what people are saying about you, what people are talking about your brand. So, for example, over here, I have the managing director of Watson's Malaysia who shared, even in just a short period of time, it was an eye-opener for me and you inspire us. Okay, and then over here, the director of Schneider Electric as well. But one of the most powerful things is, of course, this right here. What is this? What's more powerful than text? What is more powerful than images? Share with us within the chat. Because what's more powerful than images, than text is video. Okay, video testimonials. When you have the right video testimonials, then this is where you're able to showcase your expertise, right? What other people are talking about you. Not just you yourself saying, oh, I'm great. I help people with this, I help people with that. No, people want to see what other real people say about you. So here's an example of one of my clients who went through my complete advanced AI prompt engineering course.
Enjoyed everything. I love the way you explain things and you make them sound so simple when they're really quite complex, but the choice of words you use and the way you explain, I think it's a really great gift. And it's awesome because as a learner, you make our life easy, and I do appreciate that very much. And I feel sorry for those people who didn't pay and come in because they missed out a lot.
Okay, thank you for highlighting within the chat. Okay, can't hear the sound. So here it is once again.
Really enjoyed everything. I love the way you explain things and you make them sound so simple when they're really quite complex, but the choice of words you use and the way you explain, I think it's a really brilliant. And it's awesome because as a learner, you make our life easy. And I do appreciate that very much. And I feel sorry for those people who didn't pay and come in because they missed out a lot. I do feel sorry because that would be a game changer for them. And for me, I really liked the password, the different protection levels of testing. That was really an eye-opener for me because, as I said, I made one and I made only one protection, but I didn't know of the other protection. I didn't search deeper into it, I guess, to know that there were more protections. So thank you for that. I really appreciate that.
Okay, so does that make you want to learn more from me? Type in more in the chat if that makes you want to learn more from me and it sparks your curiosity. Oh, what is this complete advanced AI prompt engineering course all about, right? So you got all the different mores coming into the chat. So when you are able to capture video testimonials, real life examples, share the transformation that you bring into people's lives. For example, over here, this is Mumtaz, who's a real estate professional. She shares, right? Wow, she's gotten so much insights, but not only that, right? Specifically in what area as well? How is it that you protect your prompts? How is it that you protect the GPTs, the bots that you're building out in the world? Because one day, right, when you master real life prompt engineering skills, you will create something of value. And when you create something of value, you will attract a lot of attention and people who want to be able to steal that from you. So that's why, why I highlighted this video over here is to showcase to people that not only do I share with you how to master prompt engineering techniques, which some of you have gone through the program already. I also share with you how to protect your IP and your asset in the world of AI. Okay, is there a guarantee that it'll be ultimately secure? No, because the world of cybersecurity is constantly fighting and fighting with one another. But at the very least, with the awareness and the starting point of where to start, you will have a firm foundation to protect your IP and your AI bots that you are creating out there. And my question to you is, how many of you would be interested in developing AI bots, by the way? Type in bots in the chat if you're interested in learning about AI bots creation, okay? Because one of the things that I have done as well with AI, right? I've helped multi-million dollars speakers and experts translate their expertise with AI, okay? And transform them into an AI bot and to conduct programs together with AI bots as well, right? Good. So good to see all of you who have interest in creating AI bots, because when you master the ability to transform knowledge into all of these automated AI bots, that's how you can potentially infinitely scale your reach and impact out into the world. Imagine, okay, being able to share with your clients. No longer are you doing one-on-one meetings, but for those people who may not be able to afford your personal time, maybe they have to invest 10,000 US dollars before they are able to access you one-on-one. Okay, you have the option to share with them, hey, my one-on-one time is very, very valuable. Okay, but I don't want money to be an issue to all of you. I still want to serve you. Here is another tier. Okay, here's my AI bot. You can invest in it in either a couple $100 a month, a couple $1,000 a month, whatever it is your price point, and then you can serve people. Okay, because these are models that work. These are models that we have applied, and these are models that are helping us scale. And how many of you love to scale? Type in scale in the chat if you love to scale, because no longer do you need to be trapped to serving your clients just one at a time. You can scale yourself now with the help of AI. So good to see all of the skills coming into the chat. Okay, this is the mindset and mentality that we want to have when you are building up your business, when you're building up your online presence and your products and services. Start thinking, how is it that you can scale yourself through AI, through your content creation, so on and so forth. Okay, right? So for those of you who are interested in learning more about how about AI, prompt engineering and all that, you can check out scalendo.com/AI now. I have a special deal that is going on for a limited time. Okay, I won't go much into this, but you can check it out yourself. I just shared the link in the chat. Okay, it's scalendo.com/AI now. I do have a limited promotion for our training over here. Okay, where I share my complete advanced AI prompt engineering course. Okay, so moving on. Okay, have videos, capture videos, share with people the transformation. What is it that you can do? What is it that helps bring the shift that you bring into people's lives and into people's worlds? Okay, and showcase. Grab screenshots of whatever people write about you, right? And then put it into your social media and then into your postings as well. Okay, and I know for those of us, especially in Asia, right, we tend to be shy. How many of you have ever felt shy? Type in shy in the chat whenever you felt shy about sharing about yourself, your achievements, right, and the transformation that you share within the world. Okay, the mindset that we want to have, okay, is to get ourselves out of our own way, essentially. Okay, because our shyness is coming from a place of thinking that we are not worthy. Okay, it's like it's not that great lah. It's Yeah, it's like, I don't want to shout out, and then it's like, what will people think about you? so so the mindset shift that you want to have is, hey, I have something of value. I want you to say it to yourself right now. I have value. Okay, type it out. Okay, say I have value. Okay, and my value is worth sharing to the world. Okay, my value is worth sharing to the world. I want you to repeat after me. I have value. Okay, and my value is worth sharing to the world. And I truly, truly believe every single one of you, regardless of where your background, regardless of where you are currently in your career, in your expertise, in your business, you have value and you are worth, your value is worth sharing to the world, right? Thanks, Leon, for sharing that and sharing that commitment. Okay, Missy as well, sharing, right? I have value and my value is worth sharing to the world. I want you to say it. I want you to believe it, because I believe every single one of us, we have a gift. We have a puzzle, a piece of the puzzle that, imagine if every single one of us, we were willing to bring our puzzle pieces together into the world, into reality, how beautiful life would be. Imagine, right? Your biggest dream, right? Your biggest inspiration, your unique vision that is uniquely to you, your story, your personal experience of the things that you have overcome, the things that you are overcoming, the things that you are facing. If you share that to the world, it's going to help others. And if not helping others, I want you to imagine this. You are speaking to your past self 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 2 decades ago, or potentially more. You're speaking to your past self and telling your past self to say, hey, I know that the journey has its ups and downs. There were tough periods. And specifically with these tough periods, okay, know that you will overcome it. Okay, and not only will you overcome it, this is how you will overcome it as well. Imagine if back then, in your what seemingly the darkest moments in your life, maybe you are experiencing one right now, okay? Imagine if you had someone share a word of inspiration to help shed the light of the potential path ahead, a way out. Would you have gotten hope, more hope, and more inspiration? Type in hope in the chat if you would have felt more hope, right? You would feel more inspired. You feel more driven during that time. Type in hope in the chat if you would love to have had that hope, right? Or have hope right now. When you share your story of transformation, real life stories, you are bringing the light of hope into people's lives. You are giving yourself, your past self, that little self, right? Who wanted the guide. You're showing the path. Okay. So I believe that whatever challenges that you have faced or are currently facing, okay, is an opportunity for you to bring hope to others by overcoming it and by sharing your story in the world. So don't be shy. Okay. You have value and your value is worth sharing. Okay. Awesome. And I see some of you sharing also more like don't want to show my face than sharing my value. Perfectly fine. Okay, find a way to get your message out there into the world. We've got plenty of faceless marketing strategies which Simon shares, right? Which has helped him also grow our communities together. You don't have to show your face, but you just need to have an outlet for your creative expression, for the transformation that you bring into the world. Share it, okay, through social media, through the stories, through text, through images, right? And how many of you would love to see how AI helps you craft your story, and also images and potentially video as well. Type in AI in the chat if you'd love to see that. Because what I'll be doing, right, after this next part that I'll be sharing with you, I'll be going and diving in deeper into AI with what I call the AI fundamentals beyond ChatGPT. Because a lot of people are stuck in the bubble of ChatGPT or whatever AI bubble that they are in. I'm here to help you expand your horizons on how to use AI like a master prompt engineer, and to elevate you so that you can bring your story into the world, your images, your videos in a vivid way where people are able to see you and people are able to feel you. Okay. You will be seen, you will be heard. All you need to do is to be willing to just use AI, follow the steps that I share, and you'll be able to do that, right? All of you would love to share your story. Type in share in the chat if you would love to share your story to the world right now. Okay. Because you have a story. I know it, I believe it. Okay. And I want you to be able to free your voice. Right. I know some of you, okay, maybe many of you, you may have felt, right, yourself whenever you wanted to express yourself, but there's like a lump in your throat, and you'll be like, you dare not say it, you dare not share it. But right now, AI has taken away our excuses. It has taken away our hindrances. Okay, all of the blockers for our message to be shared with the world. So, stick around. I'm going to share with you exactly how to use AI, fundamentally, right, to start mastering your text and your sharing out into the world. Okay, so good to see all of the shares is coming into chat. Yeah. Now, as you are building out your content pillars and sharing to the world, we have seen the power of building strong foundations, okay, to be seen, to be found, to be heard online. And we've already gotten an example from Trina's profile on exactly what she can post. So, practice that, use that for yourself as well, right, to gain inspiration on your content pillars. Now, we don't just post content for content's sake. Okay, we're all running a business, right? Are we? Right? Type in business in the chat if you are running a business, and if you're an employee, hey, you are in the business of sharing value to the world. Okay, be it to your team, to your company, to your organization. So we are all essentially running our business, regardless of whether you're a solopreneur, you have a team, whether you're employed or not. Okay, so this is a sort of mindset that I want all you to start having. It's like, okay, I'm running a business, and the business is my personal brand or my brand of choice. And so I'm not just putting out message and content out into the world, right, to showcase and shout, oh, people see how great I am. It's like now once people, through your content pillars, through what you have to share, they already know you. Okay, they already start knowing you. My question is, how can they start connecting with you and going into your world? Okay, going into your world. Because what I like you to imagine is we share this in our other trainings, right? You've got the outside world. Okay, the outside world is where other people, other beings, your potential prospects are living in, be it in social media channels, platforms, or whatsoever, even in the physical form. And your goal as a business owner, okay, and remember, you are owning your own business. You want to bring people into your world. Okay. Type in my world in the chat if you would love to bring people into your world. Okay. You want to start bringing people into your world. Okay. You're posting all of the contents. People are getting to know you, right? Right now, people want to start diving deeper, connect with you, explore what products, what services do you have to offer. If you're in a job, people may be looking, oh, how is it that I can hire you? Okay? So you want to start bringing people into your world. So one of the ways to bring people into your world is whenever you have your profile, social media profile out there, okay, at the very least, have a link to your website. Give people the opportunity to enter into your world rather than being in other people's world. In this case, this is LinkedIn. Okay, other people's world, LinkedIn can decide on what you say, what you cannot say. Okay, and then they decide on how you position yourself and also in terms of the overall user experience. But when you have a website, you can bring people into your world and you start being in control. How many of you love to be in control? Type in control in the chat if you love to be in control. You want to start controlling the narrative, the customer journey. How is it that not only they discover you, but how is it that they start engaging with you? Okay, so that's why having a website, having a landing page, having a funnel is very, very important. You don't want to be stuck where you are building up such an amazing profile. You've got thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of followers, but no one is entering into your world. No one is converting. No one is purchasing for you, right? You fall into the trap. And essentially, it's an ego-driven trap to say, hey, you've got all these vanity numbers. Look at how great I am. Yeah. But does that convert into dollar value for you as well? Okay, because you deserve to be in control of the world and to start converting all of the value that you've been putting out into the world for free through your content, right? Through your storytelling. You deserve to convert that value into monetary value towards you. If not monetary value, then at the very least, right, profitable joint ventures, partnerships together with industry players out in the world. Okay, so having a funnel, having a website allows you to do so. And by the way, for those of you who are not familiar with our choice of platform, it's Scalendo. Okay, I believe all of you are familiar with Scalendo by now, right? If you're familiar or if you're a user, type in Scalendo in the chat if you're familiar with our platform right now. Okay, so with Scalendo, it allows you to build your platform, to build your world, and to be in control exactly how you want it to perform and to drive people through their journey to getting to know you, to diving deeper and deeper into your world. Okay, so over here with my website, right, I have a very straightforward funnel because I've got multiple funnels out there with my other different brands. So for example, over here, okay, how I drive people into my world is through a simple WhatsApp. Drop me a WhatsApp, okay, because people, people who I want to reach are decision makers, and decision makers, they tend to want to directly contact me, okay. Yeah, and then yes, I do have other funnels which has forms or whatsoever as well. Okay, but this is just an example. So what you will see is that when I bring people into my world, it's just one call to action. Okay, I want you to write this down. Whenever you're building a landing page or whatsoever, okay, you just want to have one call to action, meaning that when they land on your page, they are not confused by all the different buttons or places to go. They have a direct call to action, one call to action, and then you see, right? People can connect with me on WhatsApp. My number here, and then the message over here. Hi, Chingyu, I'm interested in your programs and services shared on your website. Then I have an immediate, what is it? Then I connect with them, discuss, and then we see opportunities together. Okay, so this is a one of the ways that you can do so. Okay, for some of you, you may prefer forms. You want to set up other automations. That is fine as well. We have covered that in our other trainings. Okay, so that's the call to action. But the question is, where do you start getting the traffic? Where do you start getting the leads to even land on your landing page, to even land on your website? How many of you want to see how you can potentially start getting leads and in an automated way? Type in leads in the chat if you would like to do so. Because by having a healthy lead generation channel, that is where you can start building and growing your business. You've already branded yourself, you put yourself online, you branded your social media pages, and then right now, how do you translate that into leads to bring people into your world? You start collecting data, start collecting their information so that you can keep in touch with your prospects. Okay, you're no longer beholden to Instagram, Facebook, or whatever big players out there who may decide one day to just kick you off their platform just because you shared something they didn't like. It's against their so-called community standards, which is constantly shifting and changing depending on the environment. Okay, at least you are secure. Okay, how many of you want to feel secure? Type in secure in the chat if you want to feel secure. Because to secure yourself in the online world that we are in right now is to bring as many people into your world as possible, to start collecting their email addresses, their phone numbers, and then of course their names, right? You want to secure all of that data so that your business is secured. If one day TikTok decides to just disappear, okay, or there's a ban on the platform, you are secured. Okay, so commit to building out your funnels, building out your own database. Okay, because database is king when it comes to your business. Okay, so in order to automate this lead generation system, you're starting to get all the different views, you're starting to get attention from the world out there. Now, how many of you have actually noticed that on social media platforms, people or influencers are asking people to type in comment in the chat if you have seen that? Okay, a lot of influencers or businesses over there say they share a post and then right they say comment AI or whatever within the chat. So for example, over here, John Lee, right, is one of the speakers that we feature on our stage, right? Amazing speaker. Okay, so here's an example of one of his posts, right? He has a video sharing about AI. Okay, and then over there says, oh, comment AI to get access to whatever his program is. Okay, so what happens through the journey is when people comment AI, for example, okay, then what should happen behind the scenes is there will be an automated message. You see a message just popped up over here. John Lee just sent an attachment. Okay, hey, just saw your comments. Want me to send you our new AI training and exclusive tools list and followers guides we use to help to members make extra earning. Then you see you can select yes over here. Okay, and then when you actually click on the button, right? Let me just click on the button over here. Okay, so when you click on the button, click yes, then you see, awesome, we are hosting a free virtual AI summit, only 1,000 slots open, event link over here. Then we click into that. Then I have just gotten into John Lee's world. Okay, I've just gotten into John Lee's world over there, right? But how many of you see that this is very, very powerful? Type in powerful in the chat if you find this flow very, very powerful. Okay. Of course, John Lee is not going to be over there sitting behind the scenes, just waiting for people to comment AI on his post, right? Or nor is he having a team to be there 24/7 to do so. Okay. All of this is automated. Okay. And how many of you would like to have this running 24/7? Type in 24/7 in the chat if you'd love to have this running 24/7. Okay. I see all the 24/7s coming in the chat and you're asking how. Okay. Now, this is usually the point where the speaker would sell you something. Okay. But not to worry. I'll be sharing with you exactly how to do so. Because once you master this strategy, then you can apply across different platforms out there, right? So not only on Instagram, right? You will also see this happening on platforms like LinkedIn. Okay. Data a girl who made me da da da, whatever the content is, comment slideshow. Okay. Then slideshow over here. Right. Do you think that's a lot of leads? 346 comments over here. Type in a lot in the chat if you think that is a lot of leads, right? Type in a lot in chat if you think that's a lot, right? So you have that potential to do so. And how you do that is a platform called ManyChat. Okay, it's a platform called ManyChat that you can check out. Okay, ManyChat, very, very powerful tool. And the setup is very, very simple. So if you actually go to manychat.com, you can set up an account and it'll be very, very, very easy to do so, right? Lucy asking, is it a free app? Yes, it is a free app, right? They have a free tier that you can use. So with ManyChat, right, the automation that you want to focus on is this: auto DM links from comments. Send a link when people comment on a post or reel. Then all you need to do, okay, with ManyChat is just click on this button over here. And then, so this is an example of one of our brands, iSummit. Okay, you will see when someone comments on a specific post or reel. Okay, so for example, we've got this post over here. Okay, then you see if they use a specific word, for example, community. Whenever they type in community, then they will get this message. Hey there, I'm happy you're here. Thanks so much for your interest. Click below and I'll send you the link in just a second, right? You can edit this to however you want. And then this is the button text. It says, send me the link. Okay. And then they will get, right, the link, right? Let's say, here's the link. Scalendo.com. Okay. And then you just click on go live. Then it will be set up already. Okay. So because behind the scenes, you see over here, I've already got this set up. You can see exactly what I just shared. Awesome. Here's the link. So whenever people go to our profile and specifically that post, okay, this post over here. Okay, I'm just going back to our page so that you can see. So for example, this post over here. Okay. iSummit official, so on and so forth. Type in community. And then over here, you see the automation triggers. Hey there, I'm so happy you're here. Thanks so much for your interest. Click below and I'll send you the link in just a second, right? Send me the link. And some of you, if you are using a desktop, okay, the link on Instagram, sometimes it doesn't work. Okay, it is a bug on Instagram site. But if you use your phone, right, if you use the Instagram app, then the link is clickable. Okay, so send me the link and then over here the link. Awesome. Here's the link, scalendo.com. Okay. Wow. If you're wowed by this, type in wow in the chat, right? Because it is so simple and it is free for you to use. Okay. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Good to see all the wows coming into the chat. Okay. So you can do this for Instagram, for Facebook, right? There are platforms that does LinkedIn and many, many more out there as well. Okay. Right. I see SH asking, is many chat comments for Insta only or can be used Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, or TikTok, right? They have multiple platforms that you can use, right? Including some, if not all of those that you mentioned within the chat. Okay. So this is a very, very powerful and simple funnel that you can use. Type in simple in the chat if you think it's simple, right? And that you can do it too. Because what we love to share with our community, okay, and our programs is to share what are seemingly simple strategies, simple techniques, but ultimately it is useful. Because we don't want to be sharing with you things that are overly complex, then you feel overwhelmed, and then at the end of the day, you don't take action from it. Okay, you don't take action from it. Right? That's why I conduct my trainings, right, to help you elevate in a simple manner, right? Because what seems complex and very technical, right, at the beginning, it all gets clarified through simplicity and step-by-step processes. Okay? How many of you love learning step-by-step? Type in step-by-step in the chat if you love learning step-by-step. Because by learning step by step, what you will realize is that, okay, I learned step by step on how to build my profile. I improve one step, my profile photo. Next step, my cover photo. Next step, my headline. I can do that. Okay, headline copy, use AI. Simple. Okay, then after that, I need to start putting out content. What content to do? Using content pillars. Okay, using AI as well. Post it. Okay, share it. Now I need to bring people into my world. Okay, let me set up my website. Let me set up my funnel. Okay, let me start being able to collect leads. Then, how do I attract them? And how do I have the mechanism to capture their leads and interests? ManyChat. Let me set up ManyChat. Okay, because when you follow all these step-by-step process, then ultimately people will come into your world and you will be in control and you will be secure and it'll be very, very exciting. Okay, so just to recap on the ManyChat side of things, right? So number one, you just set up your account. You set up your account, you connect to your Facebook, Instagram, whatever it is. Okay, set up and connect. Then two, select auto DM on post. And then three, you just fill in the blanks. Can you do that? Type in yes in the chat if you feel that you can do that. Okay, type in chat yes in the chat if you feel that you can do that. Okay, just set up the account on ManyChat, connect your social medias, right? Select auto DM on post, and then just fill in the blanks. You can already do that. Simple, usable, but ultimately powerful for your business. Okay. So, for those of you who are interested in learning more about, how to leverage off AI and also some automation strategies, head on over to scalendo.com/AI now, to check out and learn more about my complete advanced AI prompt engineering course and what I have to offer. Okay, because I am growing my community, I am leveling up my AI community. Okay, I've been focused on building up other people's brands with AI and all of that. And then right now, I'm coming back into the scene and upgrading my complete advanced AI course. So if you're interested, just check it out at scalendo.com/AI now within the chat. Okay, and I see quite a number of questions coming in. Lucy asking, can you show us how to set up WhatsApp, right? Okay. So in terms of WhatsApp within scalendo.com, we do have that ability to do so. Okay. So I can't go deep into this because of the amount of time and the amount of topics that I need to cover. But basically, within our Scalendo platform, you will see under automation. Okay, under automation, you can create a new workflow, which, you can select templates for it if that's what you want to do. Okay, there are different templates that you can choose from: Facebook Messenger, appointment bookings, right? Webinar registrations, FAQ auto reply, so on and so forth. You can choose the templates, but you see you've got WhatsApp as well, right? But I like to do things from scratch so that you can see and understand the different elements within it. Okay, so for example, you add new trigger, right? And then you can search for WhatsApp. Okay, so over here, there's the click to WhatsApp ads. But for those of you who have your WhatsApp connected, so whenever a contact messages, right, then you are able to set that as a trigger, and you can set up an auto reply as well to them. Okay, but you will see that if you have your there over here, right, send flows, WhatsApp send flows over here. So you can create your WhatsApp messaging flows through our platform. Okay. So yes, this is a bit high level, but I just don't have the time to go deep into this at the moment. But I just want to show you what's possible with our platform. Okay. And then Afifa saying, please show auto DM on posts with ManyChat. Yes. So just to repeat that, all right, just a quick one, right? With this over here, you see, I typed in community, I commented on the post. iSummit Official automatically says, nice, check your DMs. Then it drives into my message over here, right? It sends this post, says, hey there, happy you're here. And then there's a button to click send the link. And then it automatically sends the link. Okay. Okay, so I see a question also from Lucy, but you have to generate WhatsApp number. Yes, you need to do. Okay, so you can either use the WhatsApp number that's created by Meta Business Suite, you can use their numbers, or you can use your own business number or your own number as well. So anything that you can connect with a WhatsApp account, you can use your number. All right. So how many of you have found this useful? Have been useful in the chat if you have found all of this sharing so far very, very useful. All right. So good to see all the usefuls that are coming into the chat. Okay. So make sure, yes, I like it. Type 1 sharing with us, useful, simple, step by step. Yes, step by step. Just take one step at a time. Okay. Whenever you feel overwhelmed, right? When you see that giant mountain, hey, just focus on the next 1 to 2 steps, 3 steps, 5 steps, okay? And keep moving forward. Keep moving forward, okay? Type in forward in the chat if you'd like to keep moving forward, okay? Stay focused, keep moving forward one step at a time, because the journey of 1,000,000 miles starts with the first step, okay? Start with first step. Okay, so take one step at a time. I see Afifa also asking, is ManyChat only used with Instagram app? There are other platforms as well. Okay, so just move one step at a time. You've got the tools, you've got the knowledge, start applying it. Okay, build along with me. Okay, and then, start putting into practice. So how many of you would love to start practicing AI together with me right now? We can start creating text, we can start creating images, and potentially, if we have time, maybe a video or so, right? Yeah, type in yes in the chat if you would love to do that. Okay, so good to see all the yes coming in. So I'm really passionate when it comes to AI, right? When ChatGPT first hit the scene, I was like, I've got to bring this out into the world. Okay, and indeed, that's what I did, right? And what I found is that people found AI confusing, right? And then it's like there's just so many tools, there's just so many ways to approach it, and then people at the end of the day, they get stuck. They don't know what to tell the AI, and then at the end of the day, they be like, AI is just hype. AI is just hype. But hopefully, just from my brief sharing, you have already seen the power of AI when you start mastering prompt engineering, right? Type in power in the chat if you start feeling the power, and you start feeling the power within yourself. It's like, wow, I can do this too, right? Using ChatGPT, Gemini, whatever, right? You have the power right now, and you have the power to amplify your value out into the world. I like Missy sharing with us with additional emojis as well. Okay, right? So you have the power. Okay, and I do also have a bonus for you. Type in bonus in the chat if you'd love to have a bonus. Okay, so for those of you, who just who are actively participating, and just share a post, okay, on Facebook, okay, share your learnings. If you want to take a selfie, you can take a selfie as well together with us. Otherwise, text is totally fine. Just share within Facebook, okay, what are some of your key learnings from this session, right? And tag me. Make sure you go to facebook.com, connect with me, right? Connect with me and tag me. Okay, I just shared my Facebook within the chat. Just connect with me and tag me. Okay, just share what were some of your key learnings, right? In fact, you can comment over here. Okay, just comment on this post over here. What was some of your key learnings? Okay, from our brief sharing and inspiration. Because once you comment on that, once you have started to take action, then this is where we'll be taking note. And for those of you who come back on day 2 as well, you will be in the running, okay, to win one of our wonderful shirts over here. Okay, this is our Stay Humble, Hustle Hard shirt, as you can see. Okay, even the recipe for a powerful, powerful entrepreneur. Okay, we've got kid size, and then we've got, of course, normal size as well, but with different designs. Stay humble, hustle hard. And this is one of my favorite designs over here, right? So either comment on my post or just write a post on your page and then tag me into it. Okay, just share with us, what was one of your key aha moments, insights from this session, and then you will be in the running to potentially win one of these shirts. Then you just need to cover the shipping for it. All right, how many of you are committed to doing that? Typing good in the chat if that is good. So that's our bonus to you. And then I see that there's a number of you that have already started connecting, right? And then you're also going to start commenting on this pin post over here, right? Great. Okay, so I'm just confirming as well. Okay, Johan, right? Awesome. Okay, unable to add more friends, so forgive me if I'm unable to accept your friend request at the moment, but at the very least you're following me, and then just comment on the post with your one key learnings and insights. Okay, so great to see all of the goods coming into the chat. So you will be in the running to win this amazing shit. So I promise you that I'll be diving into AI and how you can start learning together right now in this session. So this is what I call, okay, AI fundamentals beyond ChatGPT. Okay. How many of you want to use more AI tools beyond ChatGPT? Type in beyond in the chat if you'd love to use more AI tools beyond ChatGPT, because too many people are stuck in just the world of ChatGPT. Okay. So to transcend beyond ChatGPT, we essentially need to start working on ourselves and how we operate with ChatGPT. I see Jenny sharing with us, even ChatGPT, I can do a video, right? So I like to start with this shift in your mindset, or to start thinking and reflecting upon this. Okay, this is a very powerful quote. This gentleman here says, "You never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, you have to build a new model that makes the existing model obsolete." So here's the thing. How many of you want to change something in your life, in your business, maybe even in your relationships or whatsoever? Type in change in the chat if you would like a change in your life. Okay? You cannot, change things by fighting the existing reality. You need to shift your systems. You need to build a new model, or you need to improve upon your model to succeed, to give you the results that you want, to be shouting out at you. This is my new reality. Oh, I have a business. I am creating impact. I am changing lives, right? I'm earning more money. Whatever it is, it comes down to your shifts, your personal shifts in the models that you use, the systems that you build. And yes, it is by Buckminster Fuller. I see some of you are familiar with Bucky Fuller, okay? Who has actually contributed to a huge cultural impact behind the scenes. Okay, he's inspired people like Robert Kiyosaki, Tony Robbins, and even movie makers, right? Like the creators of X-Men. They were talking about Bucky Balls in one of the movies, right? He's referring to Buckminster Fuller. And his goal and his mission, right? He's an American inventor where he's a futurist who creates systems before we actually need it, right? Because a lot of solutions only come out in what he says, emergence through emergency. But he wants to help preempt that and share with us the systems that will help help humanity as a whole. So very, very interesting figure, look him up, read up about him, very, very inspiring. Okay, Buckminster Fuller. Okay, so I've shared with you how is it to brand, position yourself, showcase, right? Real life change and shift that you do. Social proof, right? And then shout out to the world. Okay, if you've been interviewed, right, as you have seen on Johan's example, right? Having all of that PR, showcase it, share with the world, right? Over here, this was what I shared on BFM 89.9 at the end of 2022 when ChatGPT just started getting into the hands of the masses. This is what I shared on AI's impact on jobs and businesses.
And we're talking about AI and how it might affect your job in the future or right now, and whether you're using it. Let's start with this one from Ching Yu Tan.
I've been in the seminar and training industry since 2012, and we do certainly see a shift in this industry. People are embracing AI coaches and teachers, and then especially when it comes to marketing, AI has definitely been a godsend, especially if you're a marketer, you're a solopreneur, or you're just starting off. AI is definitely here to stay. If it replaces people's job, it just pushes them towards entrepreneurship. And the good news is that with the AI tools available, now it's easier than ever to become an entrepreneur. So let's embrace AI and adapt with the times.
Thank you for that. This has been Inside Story, BFM 89.9.
Yeah. So how many of you have already embraced AI? Type in embrace in the chat if you have already started embracing AI, right? And I trust that within our community, we are all embracing AI and we see the possibilities out there in the world. And a lot of people, okay, who are not within our community, right, may still find themselves stuck because they have not embraced AI and all of the different tools that's already available out there, right? And as Tain has shared, embrace, but so far currently in the world of ChatGPT still. Hey, it's okay, right? At the very least, you're already embracing ChatGPT. You're starting to use ChatGPT to help you in your day-to-day tasks. And how many of you are using AI daily? Type in daily in the chat if you are using AI daily right now. Personally, right, definitely I've been using AI daily, and then it can that technology has truly made a difference in people's lives. When that technology gets shut down, people will be on their social media, right, crying and saying, "Oh my God, ChatGPT is down. I can't get my work done," right? Okay, because we are using AI on a daily basis. Okay, so good to see all of the dailies coming into chat. All of the practitioners within our community. So, how do we navigate through the confusion and the world of AI? Okay, there are so many tools, there are so many conflicting things, right? And the reason for our confusion is because we don't know